Hello and welcome back to episode 6 of Full Court Press. I'm Brian Levine.
I'm Logan Bramley.
I'm Joe Furbush.
I'm Ben Wickline.
And I'm Iweka.
And we had the schedule of week 5 games, but really only the 4th week of rec games this week due to some scheduling cancellations. We had a couple nail biters, couple that weren't even close. So let's get right into it. First game of the week was Freeburg Bramley. So I'm gonna let the guys on my left and right talk about this one.
You can serve him.
You know, I wouldn't call this a good game. It was a close game, but both teams really, it was just a toilet bowl, really. But we did come out 31-30, thanks to a fourth quarter surge, I would say. You know, as much as it's his fault that the game was so close, Brendan Payne did kind of ice the game with a 3 and then tied it up with a free throw and allowed us to get that win. So, shout out Brendan. But what do you guys have to say?
I don't know. I don't think anybody really played well, but definitely not a good way to end the game. Brendan was going for a fadeaway, and I think the block was clean, but I guess the refs didn't. So
Controversial call there.
Controversial for sure. But
I've seen both sides. I can see both sides. I watched the replay of it. I can't really touch up on it too much, but not the game we wanted there.
Yeah, I saw the last couple seconds. I saw a questionable foul call on Brendan Payne that resulted in the tie, 30-30, and then I don't know. Another questionable call that put Ben Wickline on strike.
I think that was the right call.
Talking about?
I think that was the
foul.
right call, but I don't think the ref heard the timeout call.
Was there a timeout
There
call
was
in
definitely a timeout call.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know, but Ben Wickline iced the game with he had 2 free throws, missed the first one, put a little bit more pressure on it, but pressure makes diamonds. Hit that shot. Freeburg comes out 31-30. Pretty low scoring game too. All right, next game was Team Mike D versus Team Cormier. Team Mike D got to win with 36 to Cormier's 27.
Listen, so I got told by someone on Team Mike Dean that they played the first quarter, they cooked them, and then they stopped trying after that.
I heard the exact same thing.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say who. I heard that I was talking to one of the players on the team. He said they went on a 20-6 run in the first quarter, and then said that they scored 16 points throughout the next 3 because they just gave up. I mean, is it true? Is it not true? I don't know. Mike D still gets out with a dub. Winners get to write history, so whatever they say goes, I guess.
Alexander just started taking a bunch of logo threes because he just said whatever.
It's just slow day at the office for Cormier.
Yeah.
It must be hard to find the motivation, waking up 0-3, going to play. A better team in the league. But
Yeah. Yeah, that's very true. Cormier has definitely been struggling recently. Putting up 27 points, that's the least amount of points this week. I'm going to have to look back. I'm not going to definitively say, but... Oh, yeah, Calderoni. And Calderoni.
Yeah.
Never mind. Never mind. But yeah. So, a lot of teams low scoring. It's hard. Rec ball, it's a grind. Some people just don't have what it takes, and
Got to come out to play.
you got to come out to play every week. So
Got to be ready.
our next game was Team Hightower versus Team Calderoni. Hightower won 50-22, and this was the game with the least amount of points scored. Calderoni with 22 points.
It's just been that kind of year for Calderoni.
Yeah,
not much to... I don't even know what to say, but... just looking for anything to get back up, fight back the next week, but, it's been a struggle.
Yeah. I feel like Will Lake can only do so much.
He got a tech that game, too.
Yeah. I think that's a recurring theme for this season is couple techs. Couple techs this week. But, Hightower, leading scorer, Moog Prakash with 10, led the charge. Hightower going into this game, I don't think anyone even thought it was going to be close, and Hightower proved us right. So
Hightower's looking like a good team now.
they're looking like a pretty good team. Yeah, I think they're undefeated.
They are still.
They are.
They're still one of the few undefeated teams
4.
left in the league, which include Hightower, Friedberg, Tremblay, and Beaulieu. But yeah. Our next game was Team Beaulieu versus Team Hussein, in which Beaulieu got the dub 52-36.
Hussein only had 5 kids, and actually when I walked into this game, Hussein was up by around 10 or 7. I don't know. They were up, but right after we got in, Beaulieu went on a 20-0 run.
Yeah,
so,
it's kind of expected.
Yeah, I feel like the thing about Beaulieu is this team doesn't quit. There's so many mentality to win on this Bulio team is high. I mean, their coach wants to win, their players want to win, and they're going to go out and they're going to win. I don't think they care if they're down 20 with 30 seconds left or if they're up 20 with 20 seconds left. I think they're just going to keep pushing, and I think that's what, down by 7, I think they didn't care and they grinded back and they got away with the wins. So, yeah.
Just good fight.
So, our next game, Team Breen versus Team Grasso. Breen won 65-26. I think we're all gonna go ahead and say it. Belt of the week.
Belt of the week.
Yeah. Team Breen played, 65 points in a rec game is pretty impressive.
That's all 4 quarters you got to be playing,
That's-
even when you're up by 40 points.
Yeah, the team is.
I mean, that's just some pride in the Breen name. Just going out there, giving it all.
Yeah, I mean, the team, they played as one today. This is what you want to see. You want to see guys. You want to see guys in flow state. They were gelling.
Exactly.
The ball was flying, and this is probably one of the best all-around team wins we've seen
this season.
all year. So, congrats to Team Breen for that win. And then our next game was Team Meyer versus Team Matt D. Meyer got to win 39-29.
This was an interesting one.
Yeah.
There was not a lot of people for either team. I know Yvonne left the game after the first quarter. Dylan showed up a little bit late. Maddox was probably the best person on the court in this game.
Yeah, I mean,
And so it was just a grind.
I keep saying it that Maddox and Charlie Peterson brother connection. I like it a lot. The two of them, they were flying around, stealing balls.
I mean, there's
Good
nothing else Dylan can really do. He
Yeah.
played well, but he was getting double teamed at one point. I saw that.
Yeah.
He was kind of just running through them.
I mean, especially without Yvonne, Dylan's their number one option
That's what you
anyways.
gotta do to guard him,
Yeah,
though.
without your second option, Dylan basically has to get up every shot.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you stop Dylan, you stop Matt D. Especially without Yvonne, so. And then our next game was Game of the Week. It was Team Tremblay versus Team Bouchard.
Two powerhouses.
Two powerhouses, 2 undefeated teams. Team Tremblay walked away 47-41 and handed Bouchard the first loss of their season. And I think, not necessarily with us, but I think around the league there was a lot of chatter that these two teams are kind of not as good as people are hyping them up. But I think both of these games, this game showed both of these teams, showed everyone that these teams can play.
Yeah, I think.
And that they're definitely two of the powerhouses. Tremblay edged it out with a 6-point win, but I don't see any world where Bouchard maybe gets a couple more shots to fall and then they win by a couple too. So.
And I mean, Tremblay the past few weeks has just been blowing everyone out.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think Bouchard has been kind of a sleeper undefeated team before this.
Yeah.
And they came out, 6-point game. They showed that they can
Yeah.
compete with
Yeah.
a good team like Tremblay.
Yeah.
I think Tremblay is probably one of the top teams in the league. They've won every game before this by 30, right?
Yeah.
So it's good to see them kind of have a good competitive game.
Yeah, it was good to see that as things are getting tighter down the stretch, they stay loose and they can still win.
Mm-hmm.
So those were all our games. We were discussing Dog of the Week and Underclassmen of the Week. We had a tough time deciding, but Ben, you wanna take it away?
We're going to give the entirety of Team Breen Dog of the Week this week. I
Dogs
mean,
of the
beating the
week.
team by 40 points. I mean,
Yeah.
not much went wrong with the team, with the chemistry, with everything. I mean,
Yeah.
rolling all
Yeah,
cylinders.
it was hard to pick one person this week, but we feel like Breen winning a game by that much just shows their dominance.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's against one of the widely known weaker teams in the league, I still think that,
Team Breen can show out.
Team Breen can
Yeah.
show out, and a 40-point win is a 40-point win. Doesn't matter who you're playing. So, yeah. And then Underclassmen of the Week, we had Alex Goldberg. He was his team's leading scorer with 7 points. His team really couldn't get started. That didn't stop him. He still played a great game. So shout out Alex Goldberg and Team Breen. So now we're going to be discussing. Unfortunately, there is no rec games this weekend, but there will be games the second weekend of February break, Sunday the 22nd, and those are the games. Those are the makeup games that were canceled due to the snow. And I know we already kind of touched upon those games, but we're just gonna give you a little. Freshen your memory a little bit. Game 1 is going to be Tremblay versus Bulio. So, again, another undefeated team is going to fall. I think I think Beaulieu's gonna fall.
Yeah.
I think Tremblay has been looking way too good all season. I think every team with the bye, I think every team has a bye, so I don't really think it's gonna matter that much. And I think Tremblay's chemistry is too great for this team to lose.
I
think-
agree.
I think
You go first.
I think Bully's the most fraudulent undefeated team in the league right now.
Definitely.
I mean, I just don't see them losing to this Tremblay team,
Yeah.
especially coming off that like momentum win against Bouchard.
Yeah.
And I think they're just gonna go out and play and beat them.
I honestly can't really see any team coming out and beating Tremblay by a lot. I think like Tremblay is gonna have a tough time losing games. They've got so much chemistry on that team, and I don't think Beaulieu can handle that.
And I feel like their game with Hussein was just too close.
Yeah.
I think if Tremblay played Hussein, it would have been 80-point game for them.
Yeah, probably.
So I just don't. I think I've got Tremblay.
Yeah,
Yeah, Trump is a take.
yeah. Next game is gonna be Calderoni versus Hussein.
It's a good matchup.
It is a good matchup.
It's a good matchup for some of the wrong reasons, but I feel like I honestly don't know who I'm gonna go with in this game.
I'm gonna take Hussein.
I'm gonna
in this
take
one.
Hussein just because Calderoni's had a lot of trouble scoring the ball this season, and I feel like Hussein. I think this is gonna be kind of like a Nate Schmidt takeover game. Where he gets into his bag and he maybe gets his confidence back and maybe can lead this Hussein team.
I've played both Hussein and Calderoni this year, and just based on those games, Hussein had so much more fight in them. I know all their players are excited to get the first dub of the season, and just I think they're gonna take this one.
I'd love to see Team Calderoni win, but I'm also going to go with Hussein.
Yeah.
I just think they're the better team.
I'll take Team Calderoni on this one.
Okay.
You were saying Nathaniel Schmidt maybe having his breakout game. I'd like to see Will Lake have a breakout game.
Yeah.
Maybe put some points up
Yeah.
for this win.
Yeah. Our next game is Team Bouchard versus Team Grasso. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about this one. Team
Bouchard's
Bouchard.
taking this.
Bouchard's coming off a loss. They're going to be hungry. I think they're going to come out, punch Grasso in the mouth, and then Grasso's going to be stumbling. So this might be belt of the week. I'm just looking up. I think that I'm going to go belt of the week.
I'd probably
Bouchard.
say it too.
Bouchard Grasso. I'm going to go belt of the week. Next game is Hightower Mike Doherty. I'm going to go Hightower.
Really?
Just because, they're undefeated, they're rolling. I would not be surprised if Mike Doherty, coming off a great game like they played, I was talking to Jackson Kelly. He said that they're hungry. They want to keep winning, so, yeah.
I'm going Team Mike D all day.
Yeah.
I've stayed loyal to those boys, and they're winning games, so I think they're going to win this one.
I can't bet against Team Mike D.
Yeah.
They just keep winning.
I want to
like
take.
it.
I'm gonna take Mike D on this one as well. I mean, I like this Hightower team, but Mike D. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want to take him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Hightower on this one.
You think?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Hightower.
Yeah.
I feel like Mike D is a little too dependent on Alex Donovan catching fire,
Yeah.
which is kind of the problem.
Yeah.
Hightower, they're like a more all-around team. It's not just a Moog. It's gonna be a Harsh. It's gonna be a Will Johnston or
Yeah.
a Jacob Hightower. He's gonna give you something. So
That's
Yeah.
a good point.
Then we have Team Matt Doherty versus Team Meyer. I look at this game and I say to myself, I really don't know which way it's going to go. I think both of these teams can catch fire easily. I think that Matt Doherty is more of a firepower offense, where I feel like Meyer is more of a firepower defense.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be, can Meyer catch heat on offense, or can Doherty lock in on defense and,
I mean, I'd love to see this Meyer team walk away with this. I'm gonna take them. I think
Yeah.
they're scrappy. They've got it in them.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see them battle and fight and get anything they can against this Matt Doherty team and win.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with Ben. I think I'm gonna take Meyer. I like a lot of those guys. I like Maddox. I like Chuck.
I'm going to take the other side on that. I think Team Matt Doherty, I think that their offense, like Dylan and Yuvon alone, will be able to penetrate, bring
Yeah.
everything in.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Even from the outside, I think they can just outshoot them. They got a lot of offense on
Yeah,
that
they
team.
do.
It's going to be tough to stop them.
Our next game is Breen versus Bramley, and I'm gonna go game of the week on this one. I think.
I mean, yeah, these boys have talked a lot.
I mean,
They've
yeah,
definitely talked a lot of smack. And then that we were supposed to play them, I think, second week, and that game got canceled. But
Yeah.
I think that would have been a big game.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've heard a lot about the scrimmage between you two. I'm excited to see this one play out.
Yeah.
See. I mean, I feel like this is definitely going to be more of a fast-paced game, so that's more like in our zone. Where Friedberg, you guys play a more slow-paced offense. Not to diss, but I'm just saying like this is more of our style. I think we'll win this. I'm taking
It's a
Bramley.
good matchup for us. We're just gonna have to do everything right, and I think we can come out with the win.
Yeah.
I mean, Friedberg having beaten both Breen and Bramley, I think I could.
Okay,
I
but
could see
what
both.
green team did you play again?
Yeah, you played a Breen
that is
team
true.
that like rolled off the bus with 4 players, and I think they grabbed some guy off the stands and was like, "Hey, you want to play against Friedberg?"
Did they
Or,
have no Jack
No,
Miller
I'm just
or
saying.
Nick Miller that game?
yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Kobe.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I agree with ND, but I also agree with Ben. You can only play who you can play, and I don't think that. I think that Freeburg's win against Breen shouldn't have an asterisk over it, but I think that it should be known that some of their best players weren't there, and I guess we'll never know what would have happened in that game, but I don't think that you can hold it against either team. But I think Breen versus Bramley. I think I'm going to take Bramley. I think Bramley's hungry. I think Breen.
I like it.
Yeah.
They just had a 65-point game. I know Tremblay had a really high-scoring game and was able to do it, but I don't know if this Breen team is going to be able to replicate the offense that they had last game. So
Honestly, I'm taking Breen on this one. Like, I just think their height outmatches anyone in the league, and I mean, if they out rebound, they win, and it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
I think that's all it is to it.
I'm going to take Bramley. I feel like this might be the game where Meebom might go crazy. I feel like this might be his game.
yeah,
I feel like it really just comes down to him or like Ryan Torreira coming out and balling out for you guys. But I feel like that will happen this game.
We'll see.
yeah. I think it's going to be a good game.
Yes,
but,
good matchup.
and then our last game of the day would be Friedberg Cormier. I don't think there's really much to say here. I'm
It's
going to go with
Friedberg.
Friedberg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Friedberg takes this
Yeah,
one.
I'd hope you'd go with Friedberg. But, yeah, I mean, Cormier's definitely been struggling. Friedberg, undefeated. I think they're going to continue their streak. I'm looking forward to seeing guys like Ben Wickline play against Namish Kalza just because there's so much tension there. I'm looking forward to Brendan Payant probably guarding Namish Kalza at some point, and I think that there will
If
be
we
some.
switch to man.
I think there will be some words said, and I think there may be some punches thrown, but I'm looking forward to it.
It'll be a great week, right?
It's going to be a great week of rec games. And, so that's all of us here at Full Court Press. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.